Now, Mike Rogers also at the desk. You're following what's going on here. Look at this, Mike. Really crazy here in traffic. What information do you have for us?
Right, so this is Los Alamitos, and the crime that that the CHP, who's kind of been helping us out with some information here, they're calling it a 484 suspect. And as Desmond mentioned, 44 is
U-Haul chase.
So many close calls.
Wow.
And you're right.
Whoa.
And that top heavy as it almost goes up on those two
too,
wheels.
right?
Yeah.
Welcome,
So
Silas.
they're calling this a 44 suspect, which is petty theft.
Okay.
So was it the items in the U-Haul? Have they stolen whatever they were putting in the U-Haul? Is this a theft from a store? We don't know any of those details. Out-of-state plates, of course.
How are there
it's a
so
U-Haul.
many
That means you have
chases?
probably really no idea who's inside. Now, in theory, you could probably call U-Haul and figure out
So
who
many
rented it.
chases.
That doesn't necessarily
What's
mean
up,
that's the
Phil
person
and Tony and
driving it.
Tosk?
Yeah.
But there's not going to be a lot to go
Chato,
on. As
Ryan,
Desmond
what's up,
mentioned,
guys?
You can't see behind them, so the officer.
Whoa.
He hit someone.
Oh, a little collision right there.
Oh.
Did he?
Yeah, a little bit of
Clipped
paint
it.
being traded there.
Did they?
View and Catella on that one here as we get behind this tall
Did they?
vehicle. Very unfortunate there. Fortunately, though, they slammed on the brakes. Was gonna
Hold
be
on.
pretty
Yeah,
minor. I
this is
think
going
the
to be a
people in that
short
vehicle
one.
should be okay. Probably
But I'm going to
shaken
run the
up, but
prediction
could go
anyway.
Very badly, very quickly.
Yeah.
60, 70 miles an hour here as we get into rush hour. You can see all the heavy traffic out here. Valley View, a very
But
major
it's
street.
inevitable.
And the way they're kind of slamming
Wait,
on
is
the
it
gas
already
pedal,
up?
slamming on the brakes, I mean, could really overheat
Dude,
the
you
brakes
can't make it a
quickly on a
5-minute
vehicle this
prediction.
big. So we'll just have to see how this vehicle performs.
Hold
but
on.
No doubt this is a
Hold on.
very, very
We gotta do
dangerous
this again.
moment
It's gotta be
driving
2 minutes, man.
like that with this
5
vehicle.
minutes too
And
easy.
that's what's really scary here,
Yeah, here
too,
we go.
right? If there's not a lot of weight in the back of that truck, any quick movement, any fast turn could possibly
Scam, yeah, do
have
it again.
This truck tip over there.
Sorry.
Desmond, can you see if there's one or two people in there?
Looks like
That's
one.
what I'm trying to get a look
It
at
looks
here,
like
but
two to
there's
me.
so much.
Does look like
stuff-
two?
Yeah, possibly two there.
I don't
Getting a
see
pretty
the
good
other
look at the
person.
Driver, though, now as we're on Cerritos Avenue, and look at those speeds right there. 75 miles an
Oh, my
hour, just
goodness.
so crazy. And not just a big vehicle, but a wide vehicle as well. I mean, very easy to misjudge a vehicle like this. And you saw how precarious that turn was when they tried to
Thank
take
you
it.
for
So,
doing this, Endless.
this
But we
is-
got
there's just so many
5
factors
minutes too
going on,
long.
with this pursuit right now. 70 miles an hour, just
A
ridiculous.
ton of points on
Petty theft
yes.
is
All
what,
right. All right.
$950 more or less and under, right?
I've got
let me pull up the
doubts.
Let me pull up the penal
Just
code here,
because
but I
we have not really. I
believe,
think the
So it
last
can't
like
be the
5,
truck. It
6
must be
chases I've
something
streamed.
inside
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, right, because if it was
Which
a
were all
truck,
in the
then
last
it's
few
all-
days.
Stolen vehicle. So I'm
Right.
trying,
Grand
and this,
theft, right?
and this driver is like white knuckling the steering wheel. He had both hands on it, and I saw some movement on the passenger
Yeah.
side as you see this U-Haul flying down into the Santa Ana Garden Grove area.
5 minutes. Yeah, he's probably just in a
Although, is it
hurry.
Los Alamitos, you said PD still following this. So, and there was a lot of junk, as Desmond just said, in the front of the window. Just looked like a bunch of toys or papers and little. Ooh, he's just flying.
Wow.
Yeah.
So far, we don't know whether
You're
the
right.
truck was
You're right,
stolen,
Vito.
Mike or Des? We don't know about that.
We've not heard that. So far, they're all calling out that 44 suspect,
Yeah.
which is petty theft, larceny. I can tell you one of my
Jeez,
colleagues
he's
is on the phone with
flying
Los
right
Alamitos
now.
PD right now, so hopefully we'll get some
This
more
is so
information, but
dangerous.
70
Yo,
miles
he's
an
going
hour
so
on
fast.
Surface Street,
Yo,
Tennessee.
I've driven these things
Crossing over the yellow
before
line there.
on the
It's just
highway, and like
incredibly dangerous.
Anybody
the
watching
one that
this
I
pursuit
drove
who's
had like
ever
a
went through
governor
U-Haul
on it.
knows again
Like
how
you
difficult
couldn't
it is to
drive it over a
control these
certain
trucks,
speed.
Difficult to turn. Jasmine was mentioning you can't see out the back,
Right.
and you're really reliant on those two side view mirrors and your
Yeah.
view, right? Your
Think they're gonna
forward view.
roll it,
So
JT? You think
very,
so?
Very dangerous.
Dude, totally
75
could.
miles
Going
an
this
hour
fast.
here
Yeah,
in
El
Garden
Homer, we've
Grove.
got
Looks like
so
they're on
many
Knott
chases the
Street
last
and
week.
Chapman Avenue, and there's
Things are
live
just
traffic
going
out
nuts
there
out here.
today.
We haven't had
Still,
any that were,
he should
like,
be
really good,
approaching
but we've had a
intersection here.
bunch
Let's
of
see
them.
what he tries
He's
to
just
do.
gonna fly right
Just
through.
flying right through and making a right-hand turn. Doing a good job at so far keeping this
not.
truck
Yeah.
in play here, but so dangerous. So we're hoping
LA's
that
been
this,
wild, yeah.
driver's
Or
gonna
the
pull
news
over at
stations have
some
been
point,
really
but it
good
doesn't
about
look
getting
like
to 'em,
this
you
is
know?
gonna
No, and Desmond,
happen.
I
Some
guess
combination
when
of
you
the
first
two.
picked up this chase, this was already in full swing by the time you got overhead.
Of course.
Yes, we were as we heard about.
He's
this,
U-hauling
just as
ass,
the
yeah.
CHP was getting their helicopter overhead on this. It sounds like they are hearing. I think my pilot Mike doing a great job keeping up
Whoa.
with this. Heard the helicopter overhead, believing that there are two people.
Right,
Okay.
you cut out just for a second, Des. Let's see if your mic pops back
Hold
in.
on.
Okay, go ahead.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Des.
We believe that that there's two people in the vehicle here.
Okay,
My pilot Mike
two
believe, just
people.
heard that with CHP's helicopter. But you just wonder how much more of this vehicle can take driving like this. I mean, You could lose a tire very easily.
Looks like ABC's on it too. So ABC's having connection issues, man. I can't win here.
To the metal, with this U-Haul right now. We've been consistently
Fucking
over
replay.
60 or
Okay,
70
switch. I
miles
can't
an
take
hour.
this.
But
Can't take it.
regardless, we
Sorry.
still saw Los Alamitos with their
No way.
units not far behind. Look, they're right there with this one.
Yeah.
So despite all of the crazy driving, there's CHP's
Heavy
helicopter on this
traffic,
one
yeah.
as well.
Can't do it.
They're out of their jurisdiction here, so unless there are assisting agencies, that's going to be difficult. What they do have at their disposal is the luxury of a California Highway Patrol helicopter who is able to help them locate
Police
that
scanner
truck.
action.
Basically,
Alex,
puts
I
too
don't
much
listen to the
distance
scanner. I got so
between
much
that
going on
primary
right now,
unit
man.
and the truck
I don't
itself.
have time
Again,
to
with
worry
these
about that,
erratic
you know?
maneuvers, especially during a busy or just before rush hour here, as we get to the top of the 4 o'clock hour, you can see
Man,
there's
I
a
don't
fair
love this
amount of
angle.
traffic. And if he
I'm just
continues
gonna
driving
complain
like
about
this,
every stream.
especially
Anyway,
through
it's
some of
not
these
gonna
red
get much
lights,
better than
then
this.
they're going to have to pull back and rely on that helicopter to really be their eyes from up above. And at some point here, you're going to see more local jurisdictions take part
Oh,
in this
Ace,
pursuit,
what's
and
up?
potentially even CHP if they are requested.
And Roy's story.
In the meantime, okay, there he is. He's turning onto, I guess, Valley View Street, Chris, but a lot of congestion in this area.
A lot of congestion, and interestingly, this is the second time he's been on Valley View Street, so he's done something of a loop through this part of the county, and that may provide, again, an opportunity for some prediction here. Again, if they can establish a pattern, that's what they're looking for. If he comes back down Valley View Street and they can get units ahead of him, then maybe they could lay down a spike.
Yeah, you're right, Ace. I got to get up there and do it myself.
He really appears to be driving too fast and too erratic. I don't see them. They don't have the manpower down there to really triangulate.
You know, the funny thing is I've seen so many U-Haul chases. One of the first like epic great chases that I did live was a U-Haul chase.
As he comes up on another busy intersection through a red light there.
It's a classic. It's an all-timer.
A sign of braking as he went right through that red light there, and now we're going to start to see, I would imagine, those lead units start to pull back slightly. It's going to be very difficult for them to keep up with him in this kind of traffic.
Yeah, Lady Stiletto, what's up?
Continues speeding through these intersections.
Especially going 70 plus
What's
miles
going on
per
over
hour
on
in that
YouTube?
big truck, and the way he's just disregarding any kind of traffic stop signs or.
I feel like my
lights, it's a
YouTube
pretty
chat
dangerous
is either
situation.
not
So
working
he
or
goes
it's
through a
just
few
dead.
crosswalks as well.
He's not going to be able to stop quickly either if he goes into another one of those intersections against a red light and there's something oncoming or coming across the freeway, excuse me, the intersection. That's going to be terrible.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's very, driving these trucks under normal conditions is not like driving a regular car. Braking has to be very calculated.
We good? All right,
you can't
Tony.
brake too hard. You lose control of the vehicle, and you certainly can't be, swerving through intersections at a high rate of speed. Already on several occasions, we've seen him make those wide turns, extra wide turns occasionally, even going into partially into oncoming lanes of traffic. Fortunately,
All right, where
the
are we
area
going
that we're
now?
talking about here, you're not going to see many pedestrians. It's a pretty, it's a
Seal
very,
Beach?
heavily trafficked vehicle area. But where we are now, just south of Los Alamitos, is really not very prevalent to see a lot of crosswalks as we make our way further towards the
I'm
west
good,
here.
man.
Until he gets further towards
Not
downtown
bad.
Long Beach, then we'll start to see some more commercial activity. But right now, he's got a straightaway here along Westminster Avenue and Bolsa Chico Road as he continues to do about 75
You love Seal
miles
Beach?
per hour.
What is up in
Fortunately, though, they've been able
what
to keep
happens
up with
in
him.
Seal Beach?
Still has that primary unit about a football field
Definitely
behind
not
that
very
truck.
many police
Chris, do
chases
we
in
know from
Seal
where it was
Beach, right?
stolen? Pardon me if we've already told me that.
No, the original location, the original agency that began the pursuit was
Brain
actually
injured, what's up?
Manhattan Beach PD. So they've made their way through the South Bay here, starting near the beach.
Is that by Long
ending up
Beach?
all the way
Is
down
it?
near Seal Beach, which is where it sounds like Seal Beach PD took over this pursuit. I'm not sure if Manhattan Beach PD
What's up,
even has
Brindy?
a unit in the pursuit still.
Quaint
I thought
little
I saw
town.
one of their SUVs further back. We'll go ahead and
Okay.
widen out just a second. I think there is more than one agency in that conglomerate behind them.
So the Seal Beach police probably not very equipped for this, right? Joseph, what's up?
So for right now,
The Seal Beach police are. This is like their Super Bowl, you know?
But so far,
Like the Seal Beach Police never had it, never gone this big.
To chase this guy down,
They're on
despite the
TV
dangerous
and shit.
driving, with only the help of that CHP helicopter. So he's moving further west here into an industrial area, just to the east.
Yeah, this
of
is their
downtown Long
chase,
Beach.
dude. This is a
Again,
big
making his
one.
way
Is that a
westbound
U-Haul?
on
It is.
Westminster
Slipstream,
Boulevard.
welcome.
Again, 2 people
Good to see you.
inside of that
And yeah, it's a
truck, and we have no
U-Haul,
idea
and I was just
what
talking
they are
about how
hauling in the back.
I've
Always
seen
another
so many
variable when
U-Haul
you're talking
chases.
about these box
People
trucks. We
steal
have no
U-Hauls
idea
and go on
what the
a
motivation is
police
for this
chase
driver.
often.
Yeah, so there he is, flying by as he continues to get into more congested traffic. That little straightaway was
It looks like they're getting further away.
It was wide open and there wasn't a whole lot of people there. But
Are we
now
going to get
back
to
the
like too close
crosswalks,
to
heavy
the
traffic,
marine layer?
and
Like, is this going to
when it
be a
gets
problem?
Really dangerous, Chris.
Yeah, it's going to get more dangerous here.
They're
You can
getting
see
further
houses
away
off to
from
the
it
left
right now.
there, so a combination of residential neighborhoods up
That's
ahead
not
here,
good.
as well as commercial businesses, and the further west he gets, the
CBS is
closer
still
we're gonna
on it.
get
I don't know
to the
why they're
busier
so
parts
far away
of
here.
Long Beach. And I mentioned
I think I'm
going
gonna
to
switch back. I don't know what they're doing
here.
here.
What is in the back of this box truck, and it's a good possibility he may not even know what is in the back of that
Like,
truck.
what is
either,
it?
because this is
Whoa,
a-
whoa,
he almost
whoa.
come in contact there right behind the tree. We'll see here if he made contact with that truck. He might have braked just in time, but I don't think.
Okay, I'm
he
gonna
made
switch.
contact there. Close call, though, to say
their
the least,
angle is
behind
just
that
not
tree
good. I'm not
as he
sure why.
continues weaving through traffic here. Further west, the
Stick on
further
this,
west
we're
we
gonna
go,
back
traffic
into
is going to
kind
get.
of you know, depopulated areas. I widen out and show you what we're dealing with now here between the naval base and Bolsa Chica.
Yeah, not a lot of
too
people.
many intersections. So, yeah, so maybe we can get kind of a little bit of a breather.
Milky,
if they
what's up?
continue
Beal,
out and
what's
they
up?
decided-
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Just I
yeah.
said that
Okay.
to me, another
Another
U-turn here. So
U-turn.
what's going on?
He's just circling.
And, you know, the more high-speed turns that they make like this with this top-heavy vehicle, the more likely this suspect is to lose a tire or something like that. And frankly, kind of what we would be hoping for at this point to try to disable this vehicle.
And this is-
the way that
He's
they're
going
driving
so fast up to
erratically
these
and so fast, I
intersections.
don't think we're going to have an opportunity for a spike strip.
Yeah.
Obviously, pit maneuver is out of the question.
Military no-fly zone? John, I think they're. I don't know. Sometimes they can't go too close
It
to like
seems
the
it's
ocean.
getting more and more desperate here.
Right.
You can just see what's going on. He's done 2 U-turns so far. He's getting back into heavier traffic, not knowing what's going on here. Mike, I had a question for you.
But
Do
it
you
looks
know
like
if the law
here on
enforcement
CBS, it doesn't
do
look like
hit
they're having any
vans like this?
trouble
No.
keeping up with that.
I wouldn't think so. It's too top heavy.
Yeah.
You know, you run the risk if you pit that thing, you run the risk of it just tumbling over.
Yeah, I
rolling
think a
over
pit
on the side
move.
or
I
hurting
don't know.
people that are
I've seen them
inside, hurting
pit
other
some
drivers.
pretty
I also
top-heavy
wanna give you some
vehicles before, like they don't give a
my
fuck.
colleague
But
Angelina on the
I don't
desk
know about this
just
one.
talked to Lakewood Sheriff's Station, the LASD Lakewood Station, because it briefly went through there.
Yeah, the alien.
They say that they were told this was started
Oh,
by
Rub,
Seal
what's
Beach
up?
PD,
Ruckus, what's
and
up?
that in fact the U-Haul is
Welcome.
also stolen.
Okay.
So we're now hearing, in addition to this petty theft, so the petty theft maybe for whatever is inside of it, but in
Right.
addition to, we're now hearing that this was stolen. So
Gucci,
again,
what's
that
up?
elevates the crime a little bit, you know, to make Orange County stick with it a little bit longer. And now we're heading kind of deeper into the Long Beach area, the Belmont Shore, Naples area of Long Beach, and we're getting more populated back into the LA County area.
Belmont Shore, for sure. Long Beach, I've been there many times. That area is definitely, the streets are a little more narrower, a lot more concentration of homes and buildings. And you know what, Mike? I couldn't help but wonder. The truck is stolen. There's some petty theft allegations here. You know, could this be part of a theft ring?
Well, I thought that earlier too, Juan. You know, we've seen these guys that are getting a little bit more creative on how they're stealing things, and we're starting to see thefts that are not even from necessarily stores, right? This could be one of these thefts from distribution centers, and that's why they wanted the bigger vehicle to be able to load more stuff into it. It's really hard to tell. And here's those narrow streets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Narrow street right here.
Going down the alley. I heard Des saying that. Yeah.
Alley.
Down the alley between those
To another
complexes.
narrow one-way
Oh,
street.
and he's gonna
Jeez, that was close.
right in front of that driver.
He's using that alleyway
know,
to get away from here.
The fact he has a passenger who's no doubt, yelling out, I'm just guessing, directions at the driver, and as they're desperate.
I'd love
trying
to know what's
flee,
going on in there right now.
Disregard for
Yeah.
everyone out there,
Yeah.
every single driver at this hour.
Every one of those intersections he just blew through. He didn't even tap the brakes for a second. So there
Did
could have
not
been
even think about it.
traffic coming in the opposite direction there, and there could have been a major collision there. And here we are. You
Unless
see,
it's
look,
empty. Yeah,
bicyclists
maybe.
right there. So dangerous. So new information.
He's fucked, probably.
Coming to us at our desk here, a stolen U-Haul truck. suspects wanted for petty theft and now evading police here
Right.
in the Belmont Shore area.
And Des, really quick, I know he's making a lot of turns here. They're making a lot of turns. If we get a chance to look at the passenger,
Great ad for U-Haul.
again
This
on
one
this, we're
is a
hearing
pretty
tons of
good ad for
information about
U-Haul.
that
You're
passenger,
right.
and I just
What's
wanna
up,
see
Jimmy
If
Opa?
you're able to get ahead of it, to get eyes on them, I know it's kind of difficult when they're moving around like that, but if we can, that'd be great as we make these kind of wide turns through these narrow streets.
No, I actually don't want to see a zoom
So
in on
from
them
Breezy,
very
this
much,
is
but
probably the best view I can give you here at the moment. We're just really kind of restricted right now with Long Beach's how hectic the tower is right now, controlling all the helicopters, in addition to all the traffic they were dealing with right now. We'll have to stay on this side of it right now.
okay, so I don't even know what that means, but they're having some
zigzagging
kind of.
all over the place here.
Yeah,
Where are
it's-
these
there's so many
streets going? Is this
helicopters.
mindless, or is this the plan? Okay, pulling over now.
Oh shit!
All right,
Jump
so are
over
they
the
gonna
fence
get out?
here?
I think you just
Yeah.
called it.
Let's hope so. Let's hope that they get out. And
Yeah,
indeed
they're
we
out.
got- okay, there's one
Casual
suspect.
walking
Here
around.
is
Casually walk.
the and
Dude.
And
Someone-
there's the passenger.
Where are they
right
going?
there.
Bags of stuff.
So
Show
they've
the-
got a
show the
bunch of
driver.
in their hands there. Look like clothing or something. So here's the driver. Just went here into the parking lot, and the suspect disappearing here underneath the
where are the cops?
Marina Park Lane in Belmont. And
Okay, that
well,
one
I can
did
see the
go
driver
over the
right
15
now, so we'll
minutes.
stick with the driver as the passenger went underneath that
Okay.
housing development right there, but got out very casually here. Now just kind of
Did we
walking
pay that
around
out?
like they
Okay.
belong here, like nothing to see here right now underneath
He's
some
well
trees.
dressed too.
We'll try to get
Yeah.
try to get out from
It did
the
go,
tree
yes,
right there.
but
CHP,
no,
though,
it's
here you
not going
see,
now. It's
their
over.
helicopter right there.
But
And
he
so they are
held
bringing
on
this,
just
but
long
it's
enough so the
tough for
people
them
who
now to
voted
keep
yes could
eyes
get their
on
points.
both of these suspects as well. But we saw that the passenger, which you were talking about there, Mike, had their hands full of something. Now here comes Los Alamitos PD. We'll see
Where's
if we
he
get
at
around
now?
this tree, to
He's under the tree?
East side of it here. Los Alamitos PD. We saw that the
Okay.
suspect was underneath this tree right here, but indeed that passenger,
Yeah.
they definitely had a lot of stuff in their hands.
And he
Is
was
that a-
making
yeah.
sure to grab it out of the passenger
Oh,
side.
yeah.
He
He
had
took his
looks
time.
like
Already on the ground.
clothing.
There's
Needed
the driver
that
on the
stuff,
sidewalk.
man.
Des, already on the ground.
Oh,
Wow, that was fast.
Okay, they got him.
Okay.
okay.
All right, so the driver definitely giving up, and wow, just my heart is racing from watching all of
I
that
know.
earlier. And
I wonder why they stopped.
incredible.
I mean, they
And
got
stopped
in a
and
weird spot there, but it
badly
looked like they
forced
could have
innocent
kept
people.
driving at least for a minute.
So not sure what the plan
I
was
don't
here,
know.
but now the driver's being taken into custody, so that's the good news. Now, what about the
It was all
suspicious
pointless
passenger
anyway.
that had all that stuff in their hands? Was that the alleged stolen goods that they were carrying? They were down in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's
right
them right
here.
there.
There they are.
Oh,
That's
my
them
goodness.
No
right here.
way.
Just
So
walking
just kind
away.
of walking around.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Just, keep doing that.
Trying to blend in. Marina Park. And
They don't know it's you. They got no idea.
Appian Way is where this suspect here now looks like hiking up their pants. We'll see if the authorities move in here.
What's interesting, Jasmine was mentioning earlier, were these two people maybe living out of the van or whatnot? We know now the van is stolen, but
Stolen.
you can see this one person that we're looking at here looks like bags wrapped
Yeah.
around his belt.
Which is always fascinating to me. Like the jig is up, the pursuit's
Yeah.
over, but they're still going to get whatever they can and still try to make a run for
Very
it.
casually,
Even
look at
after
him.
all of that.
Not even phased.
Just-
Well, I wonder if he's.
It looks like he may be walking with a little bit of a limp there too. I don't know that he can actually
Is he on the
get
phone?
away.
He's
Yeah,
on the
maybe
phone
calling
now. It
somebody
looks like
trying to get a
Mike.
ride.
Yeah.
Looks like he's on the phone. Who knows what state of mind they're in too,
Right, I was
right?
gonna
Which
say.
could be a problem. They could be having some sort
Okay,
of
this
issue
angle's
there.
bad.
And who knows if they even knew each other? If it was a crime of opportunity, they both.
Who
ran
knows if
in,
they
who
even
knows?
knew each other?
Mike,
Whatever.
obviously,
I think they-
we're over
they
it.
knew each
We
other.
know where this person is walking.
But,
He's not making a big effort to get away.
No.
That's kind of just even a funny
Law
thought.
enforcement,
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
we
right
got a
there.
better
They're
angle
just
over
pulling
here,
up,
but
CHP
there's
battleship
replay
still
going
overhead.
on. I'm
As
not
soon as
going
those
to do
officers
it.
had eyes, that's
Much
Long
better
Beach PD
idea.
now.
Much better
That
angle.
was not
Going
involved
away.
in this at all, but now
They're-
they are.
they're
because
only
obviously
showing
what
part of
happened
it.
Here, but,
They just drove by that
trying to get ahead of
person?
him, maybe?
No, I see. That's the
No?
thing. When you get this in a different
Dude.
city, Long Beach PD was never involved in this. They don't probably have a good description of the suspect. So,
Yeah,
you know,
Appian Way.
I'm sure that CHP helicopter just watched that though, and will either try to redirect them
Right.
or get Los Alamitos back over here. But again, as you
Calling
mentioned,
an
Warren,
Uber?
not making a real effort to get
No,
away at
not at
all,
all.
or hide.
Yeah,
or
the
really do
effing
anything.
reporters.
Just
Maybe they
kinda
don't know
hanging out
each
on the
other.
phone with his
What?
stuff there and just sitting in the crosswalk.
Glasses on.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
On the phone.
They just
glasses
drove
on,
right
Like what
past
looks
him,
like
Archie.
A woman's purse.
Wearing
I mean,
lots of clothes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, he's trying to call somebody else there and using the crosswalk, right, to cross the street.
Okay.
There on Appian Way.
The slowest
in
getaway
Belmont
ever.
Park.
This,
You do know
this.
that one driver, he's now in custody. Right there's
Dude.
at Rogers Middle
What
School,
does he
right by
think?
the
Does he
middle
think
school
he
there.
got away?
Yeah, in Belmont Park.
Des,
area.
Probably
do we
calling
see
the
any
cops on
law enforcement moving in here?
Des, what do you see?
Well, since he's going, yeah,
There we are.
here
Oh, there we
comes-
go.
Okay.
Here comes the takedown.
They
Okay.
had eyes. If we had
Oh,
eyes.
what?
Did you see him kind of
Me?
flinch?
No.
No. Wow. Well, I'm glad we could be kind of lighthearted about the ending here after the way that this pursuit was going earlier, but now being taken into custody. I can't remember the last time I saw an officer be able to just kind of casually stroll up to a suspect to take them into custody. But
Surprise.
two in custody, petty theft, insane chase, miracle, didn't end in any crashes, and right
Only
here
in LA, yeah.
This middle school here, Rogers Middle School on the Belmont Shore.
A couple of fender benders that we
Yep.
think might have happened, and we do know Desmond.
Yeah.
It looks like nobody was hurt, so that
Yeah,
is a
the
good
way he
thing.
was walking is
So
funny
are
as
we
hell.
calling this a code 4, Mike?
Yeah, at this point we got both suspects. in
Yeah, it's
custody. Des
possible he
actually
could have
was
actually
carrying
got
the
away.
at this
But
point.
I
don't
think
know if he
that the
found
way he
anything
was
out
walking
of
made
it,
him
but,
blend in
you know, you have two
more.
suspects, they're both in custody right now, so at least that
Like, I
portion
think
of it is
that
over.
the first cop car, like, if they would have saw him
right, Des?
running, they might have done something.
Yeah, that's right.
When is the best
we
of
believe
stream?
there was- We believe just the two people in the car.
Do you guys want
We'll
to
see
do
if we
that
can get a look at
tonight?
the back of the U-Haul.
Is
They have that
anybody,
open right now, but,
besides
boy,
Gina,
that could've
interested
ended much,
in a
much
stream
worse.
tonight
All right,
where
let us
we
know
would
what
go
happens out there
through
on the scene there,
and
Desmond.
kind of
Thank you so
recap
much,
all
Mike
the
Rogers. Thank you as
chases
well. We're gonna move
that
on here
happened
with
last
news.
year?
And moving on to that local
Like the
news,
good
our other
ones and
big story
stuff.
today, a home that's severely
We'll watch a couple of good ones. We'll watch some highlights and whatever, you know. Yes. Okay. All right then. Let's do it tonight. I am going to stop streaming now for a minute. What time should we do it? Like an hour and a half? Maybe do it at, I don't know, like an hour? Something like that. Like either, so it's 6:30 my time right now. So we could do it like 7:30 or 8. I've got some stuff prepared. So we'll be able to check out some different things. I got some of the best chases, like the best one, I think, the most entertaining one. I've got it bookmarked, ready to go. So we could just go with that. Yeah, Gina, I will send you a text. Okay, and anybody else, if you want to be there, you want to know when it happens, just turn on your notifications or come in the Discord. All right, thank you. See you in like an hour and a half, something like that. We're going to do a recap of 20